Welcome to a spectacular journey into the forgotten past, the true wealth of ancient India. It was a time when the heart of our world beat strongest in the East. Between the eras of 1st and 18th centuries, India, a rich, fertile birthplace of cultures and knowledge, held around 30% of the world's GDP and housed over a quarter of the world's vast population. India was the wealthiest country in the world, financially, spiritually, and culturally. The Sanatana Dharma thrived with Guru Shishya Parampara, the leaders and rulers were just, and the society lived peacefully and prosperously. Bharat thrived in every aspect. This was the golden era of ancient Bharat. If we start naming the contributions of ancient India to this world, we will be here forever. But just to name a few, zero and the decimal system was a contribution of ancient Indians. And the concept of zero and its integration into the place value system also originated in India. Brahmagupta, a 7th century Indian mathematician, was the first to give rules to compute with zero. The Pythagoras Theorem as we know it today was originally stated by Baudhayana, an Indian scholar. The roots of algebra can be traced to the ancient Indian mathematician Aryabhatta. Trigonometry was also a contribution of Indians, and Sushruta, known as the father of surgery, performed complex surgical procedures in India long before the advent of modern medicine. Ayurveda, considered as the world's oldest school of medicine, originated in India. The ancient Indian astronomers postulated the theory that the earth is round and it rotates on its axis and it revolves around the sun thousands of years before the modern science. Yoga, the science of physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, originated in India. Buddhism and Jainism originated in India. The game of chess originated in India. Vedanta is a gift to the world from ancient Bharat. Charaka Samhita, an ancient text on Ayurveda, includes methodologies, diagnostic techniques, and treatment for various diseases. The indigo dye, the world's first book on grammar, which is Astronomical, and the world's oldest texts, the Vedas, are all the contributions of the ancient Bharat for the world today. Like this, India thrived in every aspect. But India's prosperity did not go unnoticed. It was the gem that everyone wanted to secure. From Napoleon to Vasco da Gama, every explorer yearned to behold the treasures of this golden bird. Now let us look at some explorers who were obsessed with India. Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese explorer, was among the most well-known figures connected to India. Driven by the allure to Indian spices, skills and riches, da Gama found a sea route to India from Europe, around the Cape of Good Hope, unearthing a new age of global trade. Christopher Columbus was actually searching for India, and by accident he discovered America. Marco Polo, a Venetian merchant, left an extensive chronicle journeying across Asia. His travels propelled theories about the international trade route to India, revealing India's wealth and cultural richness to Europe. Alexander, the so-called Great, also wanted to conquer India. Zhao Zhang, a Chinese monk, journeyed extensively through India during 7th century, and his primary goal was retrieving the original Buddhist scriptures back to China. Like this, every explorer, every king, every government wanted to either capture or connect with India. But what was the secret behind this impressive prosperity? Why was India so rich? What were the ancient Indians doing right? It is important for us to find answers to these questions. Many think that it was gold, diamonds and pearls that were source of India's true wealth and prosperity. But this was just a consequence of something else. What was the hidden reason behind the wealth and richness of this culture? The answer lies deep within the heart of Hinduism, the heart of Sanatana Dharma. This is the knowledge of the great Vedas. The saying is true. knowledge is power. Knowledge is not only power, knowledge is prosperity, and knowledge is the source of all good things. These scriptures held the knowledge of universe. Their teachings reverberated through the grand Gurukulas and formed the basis of society. The knowledge of the rituals of astronomy, healthcare, cosmology, mathematics, abundance, governance, and more come directly or indirectly from the Vedas. More importantly, the knowledge of Dharma, which talks about one's purpose, one's responsibilities or duties, and also about morality, was the true treasure of ancient India. How a king should rule, how a soldier should live, how a citizen, a man, a woman, a guru, a husband, a wife should live their life and practice their duties. This was Dharma, and this was taught by the gurus to each generation. Upanishads, the concluding part of the Vedas, talked about the nature of reality, about God and about liberation. One who follows Dharma will receive Artha, Kama and Moksha, said the ancient Vedas. This means one who practices his responsibilities, duties, and lives according to his purpose will receive all the wealth, all the pleasures, and also will receive liberation or mukti, said the Vedas. As per these teachings of the Vedas, the greatest kings of the ancient Bharat lived and ruled. From King Janaka to King Sri Rama and Sri Krishna, every one of them lived according to Dharma. And because of this Dharma, India prospered. The Gurukula system and the Guru Parampara was key in the transmission of this knowledge from one generation to another. The Guru Parampara was the true cause of India's prosperity, and this system was the basis of Sanatana Dharma, the eternal religion. India's education system was thriving in ancient times. Take for instance the Nalanda University. Standing proudly as the first residential university, intellectuals from Eastern and Central Asia flocked here under the same roof to quench their thirst for knowledge. Those hallowed halls echoed with discourse on medicine, logic, and the revered Buddhist principles. Founded in 427 CE, Nalanda was the greatest university of those times. It was a home to around 9 million books that attracted 10,000 students from across Eastern and Central Asia. And Dalai Lama once stated, the source of all Buddhist knowledge has come from Nalanda. The strong Gurukula system and the teachings of the Vedas and Upanishads became the foundation for society. The knowledge was given utmost importance in Hindu society. The people who studied Vedas were considered as highest among the society. This was the reason for India's wealth and prosperity. But this glory met a harsh fate. First, because of the Islamic invasion, and later due to the British colonization. This brought in a systemic erosion of India's rich heritage. Agents of imperialism like Macaulay distorted the education system, and his actions disrupted the unique Indian learning system, shifting the focus to Western ideology. Education was the root of Indian culture, Indian wealth, and Indian pride. This was understood by the British, and one of the masterminds in destroying the ancient Indian culture and education system was Macaulay. Macaulay's Minute was released in 1835, and it talked about the education system in British India. It advocated the westernization of education and emphasized the importance of keeping Indians away from their history and science and propagate Western history via self-glorification. This, along with the continuous looting of India's wealth, caused the widespread poverty in India. This caused the demise of a once wealthiest culture in the planet. But the roots of our past are still resilient. It's time to reject westernization. It's time to reorient towards the wisdom of our ancestors. It's time to absorb the essence of Vedic teachings and integrate them within our present education model. This shift can not only return India back to its past glory, but can create a road to a future of incalculable prosperity. It's time Indians learn from our own past. It's time to bring back the teachings of the ancient Vedas and Upanishads. The British might have taken every piece of gold and diamond from India, but they left behind something much more valuable. They left behind the true source of all wealth and wisdom, the teachings of the great Vedas and Upanishads. Let us bring it back into our society. If we do so, we will bring India back to its former glory and then take it beyond. I hope you found our short film valuable. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure to share this with your friends and family to support the channel. Thank you.